Night gathers, and now my watch begins. It shall not end until my death. I shall wear no crowns and win no glory. I shall live and die at my post. I am the sword in the darkness. I am the watcher on the walls. I pledge my life and honor to the Night's Watch for this night and all the nights to come.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Big Bro and Los This Reacts. I'm Tamaj, and today I'm here with Game of Thrones. This is like an extra video that people have just been like telling me, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch this. And like, I've gotten this requested so many times. And Jack's been threatening me because I said I was gonna watch it last week, never watched it. Supposed to watch it earlier today, never watched it. He's like, you better not go to bed without watching this damn video. It's only 8 minutes. Let's see what they got. It's R+L J, who is Jon's mother, all show scenes compilation. I'm pretty sure I got it figured out, but I mean, I think Jon's a Targaryen. I think his auntie is Daenerys, right? If I did the lineage right, because Rhaegal slept with Lyanna, whether it was consensual or not, they had a baby. And Rhaegal was Daenerys' brother, therefore that makes Daenerys his auntie. So, and you know it would be such a cool scene. Obviously Bran probably has to be the one to tell them, because he saw it in his vision. Well, then again, I don't know that he put that much together, but the dragons may know that he's a Targaryen. You know what I'm saying? Like the dragons only kind of listen to, I don't know if I'm pretty sure that's accurate to say. They only really listen to Targaryens. So like if Daenerys does happen to meet Jon and the dragons may kind of be like, wait a minute, you one of our peoples. Like I don't know, they may respond to him differently, and that may make them look at him like, But anyway, let's get into this and see what this is about. Full night reactions are available on Patreon. Y'all probably see the full thing.
That's my grandfather, Lord Rickard. He was burned alive by the Mad King Harris. That's Lyanna, my father's sister. King Robert was supposed to marry her, but Rhaegar Targaryen kidnapped her.
Rhaegar kidnapped her.
Last time I was in the capital was many years ago. Another wedding. My sister Elia and Rhaegar Targaryen, the last tragedy. My sister loved him. The beautiful, noble Rhaegar Targaryen left her for another one. That started a war. The war ended right here.
Rhaegar left Elia for Lyanna.
Great tourney at Harrenhal. The last two riders were Barristan Stanley and Rhaegar Targaryen. When Rhaegar won, he rode right past his wife, and he lay a crown of winter roses in Lyanna's lap. And all the smiles died. I've never seen so many people so quiet.
Robert started a war to win her back. He killed Rhaegar, but she died anyway.
Robert killed Rhaegar.
Like this, she should be on a hill somewhere with the sun and the clouds above her.
Ned looking like he knows some shit.
This is where she belongs. She belongs with me.
But she clearly didn't want that. More of the stories say it was
my dreams.
Consensual.
I kill him every night. It's done, Your Grace. Targaryens are gone.
Do you know what happened to the Targaryen children when the Mad King fell?
They were butchered in the sleep.
Who gave you the order? Say her name! You raped her! You murdered her! You killed her children!
When I heard they had killed my brother's son, and his poor son, and the children.
Aemon Targaryen. Aerys Targaryen.
So the mountain killed all the kids.
What of it?
Elia and her kids, the Targaryen kids.
My hands on. You can't get your hands on this one, can you?
For 20 years, the spider oversaw the campaign to find and kill me.
I want them dead. Mother and child, both. You'll dishonor yourself forever if you do this. Honor?
Did Robert give the order?
We're no better than the Mad King. Careful, Ned. Careful now.
I want to assassinate a girl.
Is that what they're getting at?
You'll do as I command. Or
Not
I'll
Tywin?
find a hand who will. Go as far away as you can.
Robert told the mountain to kill.
As many men as you can. Because wherever you go, Robert's wrath will follow you.
How many tens of thousands had to die because Rhaegar chose your aunt?
Yes, he chose her. And then he kidnapped her and raped her.
When your brother Rhaegar led his army in the Battle of the Trident, men died for him because they believed in him. Because they loved him.
Rhaegar fought valiantly. Rhaegar fought nobly. Rhaegar died.
A lot of people liked Rhaegar,
Yeah,
so him raping her probably is out of character.
Yes, man, they have a mess.
Meaning he probably didn't do it.
They like to sing to them.
He sang to them.
Viserys never told you.
He told me Rhaegar was good at killing people.
Rhaegar never liked killing. He loved singing.
17 years ago, you rode off with Robert Baratheon. You came back a year later with another woman's son.
Mighty with a feast.
Lady Stark thought it might insult the royal family to see the bastard in their midst.
I want you to leave.
Yeah, Cat did him dirty.
I never met my mother. My father wouldn't even tell me her name. I don't know if she's living or dead.
Your bastard's mother. You never told me what she looked like. No, will I?
Nope. And Ned said he was gonna tell John when they saw each other again.
How could you not hate him? The walking, talking reminder that the Honourable Lord Eddard Stark fucked another woman.
And he
You
didn't.
think highly of this boy?
He was noble and honorable the whole time.
Lord Commander of the Night's Watch.
The bastard was some tavern slut.
Perhaps. That wasn't Ned Stark's way.
Must have been a rare wench to make Lord Eddard Stark forget his honour.
What is honour compared to a woman's love? What is duty against the feel of a newborn suck in her lap?
You are a Stark. You might not have my name. You have my blood. Is my mother alive? Does she know about me, where I am, where I'm going? The next time we see each other, we'll talk about your mother. I promise.
House Targaryen is gone. Not a single person who shares your blood is alive to support you. Targaryen alone in the world. It's a terrible thing.
And she's not
Mr.
alone.
Raymond. Sansa came to court this morning to plead for your life. You think my life is some precious thing to me? As I would trade my honor for a few more years of war.
Spectrum,
Not
just
the
one,
ad.
Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet.
What of your daughter's life, my lord?
We all do our duty when there's no cost. Honour comes easily. Yet, sooner or later, in every man's life, there comes a day when it is not easy. A day when he must choose.
I am Eddard Stark. I come before you to confess my treason.
The day should ever come when your Lord Father was forced to choose between honour on the one hand and those he loves on the other. What would you do?
He chooses the ones he loves. He chose his sister's story over his honor.
Most of us are not so strong.
Because he knew who he was in his heart. Regardless of what others thought.
When my husband brought that baby home from the war, I couldn't bear to look at him. So I prayed to the gods. Take him away. Make him die. He got the pox. And I knew I was the worst woman who ever lived. So I prayed to all 7 gods. Let the boy live.
I remember this.
Let him live. And I'll love him. I'll be a mother to him. And he lived. And I couldn't keep my promise. And everything that's happened since then, all this horror that's come to my family,
Because if he would have been loved, he would have never went to the wall. He would have never
it's all because I
died.
couldn't have a motherless child.
She never accepted him.
Sorry, because some of you have probably heard the story before, but we had a very long lunch with George where we told him what we wanted to do with the adaptation. And we had a 3-hour talk. At the very end of it, George said, okay, who is Jon Snow's real mother? And there was a very long pause, and I looked at Dan, and Dan looked at me, and we threw out to guess. And he kind of nodded, then he let us take the show.
Okay. I think I got it figured out, y'all. So it's definitely Leanna and Rhaegar's child. What I think now happened is Robert ordered the deaths of the Targaryen children, not Tywin, and I think Ilya was a casualty of that. I don't think he necessarily gave the order to do all he did to Ilya. Definitely none of that. At least I hope not. But I think she was an extension of that order. And Tywin got the blame, but he never denied it. But it was really probably Robert who did that because his hate for the Targaryens was so much. Ooh. But because the Mountain, worked for Tywin and the Lannisters, they just the blame fell to them. But it was never Tywin. Tywin didn't probably know anything about that. The Mountain probably just happened to be there. Wow, yeah, that part is probably the most shocking because I didn't put that together. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Jon's a Targaryen. The stories about Rhaegar kind of got mixed in. The people who actually knew him in person said, oh, he's a good person. He sings. He had tons of people who wanted to fight and were willing to die by his side. That he didn't kidnap and rape her. That part is still in my mind a little bit fuzzy. Like, okay, he didn't kidnap her. He wouldn't put the flowers in her lap. So she, I guess, willingly went with him, but because she was promised a Robert, they weren't free to choose. You're not free to choose your love in this world. Unfortunately, that's what Robb and Talissa got killed for, because they chose each other, and you're not allowed to do that in this world. You got to be fucking forced to marry some bullshit person if you're a higher up. And because, well, he was promised to Ilya, and she was promised to Robert, that it caused this war. And the lines kind of got blurred in between on who's to blame for this. But Robert went to war for Lyanna. He really, truly loved her. And she loved another, I think. I think they did love each other, but their love story, unfortunately, caused a war, caused a lot of death, and Rhaegar had to die. And Lyanna, I guess, I can't remember in the scene, did she die? She was injured, right? So she was dying from her wound, but she did have her baby. I don't know. I don't know what happened to her or how she ended up dead, but somebody tried to kill her. Ooh, I'm tired, y'all. But that's what my tired mind has put together, y'all. And wow, that is a lot. And I like how they subtly told this story over time, and I'm glad somebody put that all together. I guess it wasn't just as simple as putting together that, oh, he's a Targaryen. It was how it got to that point. And yeah, like I said, Kat not loving him led him down his path of going to the Night's Watch, and which led him to eventually dying. And had it not been for the Red Woman, he would have died. And Dany would have been alone. But now it's just a matter of them putting that all together, the characters, and them knowing this, which is going to be very interesting moving forward. This was a pretty good video. But yeah, I'm actually excited. Hopefully he's in House of the Dragon so I can actually see his character and who he was, and I can see it for myself, because history is written by the victors. So what the victors say is going to be what's written in law. And the people who actually knew him, of course, their stories are not going to get told to the world, but they'll get told to other characters. And we've seen so many different versions, so many different people say different things. So it's just like, what's true? But I think you can kind of deduce. I think you take the word of the characters that are honest, who knew him, not the ones who hated him, right? At least that's what I would think. Because why would they lie? What would they have to lie for? If he's a bad person, he's a bad person. But that wasn't it. He liked to sing to people, and he didn't like killing. And I mean, said that he was a bad person. It's just love. Love tore the world apart. And really brought the downfall of the Targaryens, unfortunately. Yeah, Rhaegal and Lyanna kind of fucked up. But I mean, the Mad King, of course, he made his own bed with what the fuck he was doing. But I'm just saying, like, they caused a lot of shit. Just as Littlefinger and Eliza started a whole shit. And then the Lannisters just added fuel to that motherfucking fire. And here the fuck we are now. They all make me sick. Yeah, but it all boils down to love, right? Love is what drives the characters on this show mad. Like, because we are not free to love who we want, it just causes wars. Like, you want this person don't want you, and boom, like, you're willing, like, the one side is willing to do the extreme because they love somebody that they can't have. Liza killing, or, you know, helping be responsible for Jon Arryn's death because she loved Littlefinger. Again, that was a big issue. Love. Jaime and Cersei are not free to love each other. They caused a lot of strife. Everything in this show boils down to love. You are not free to love who you want without consequences. And to be honest, now that I'm watching this, I'm just now seeing that. Like, everything is because of love. Because love is the damn enemy of the show, y'all. What the fuck did I just watch? I'm finna go to bed. Thank you guys for watching. Of course, I want to hear what you guys thought. If I misinterpreted anything, y'all can let me know, but I'm pretty sure I'm on the right track. I'm going to bed thinking I'm on the right track, y'all. Good night. Game of Thrones Season 7 coming soon. I got a couple other little behind-the-scenes videos I got to do, y'all. Full and other reactions are available on Patreon. Good night.